No, I can't sit like this now, bro. Fuck's sake, man. That's fucked me up. I literally sit like that all the time. I've been baited, man. That's so bad. Nah,
it makes it, man. I'd fucking tuck them in, mate.
What?
Tuck them in like that, bro, innit?
Well, no, fuck that. Oh. Right, we might
tell these one takers, yeah?
Yeah, man, yeah, bro. We'll be sweet in it. Like, it'll get, obviously, you seem pretty calm anyway. Like, have you done anything like this before?
But do you know what? I've done a few like fucking radio interviews, innit? They're a little bit fucking techie, mate. Because you're live on air, innit? Yeah. So it's like, you got to sort of be a bit, I don't know, you got to sort of half know what you're saying, innit?
Yeah,
really.
That's why you got to be a bit prepared, though, innit?
Yeah,
like, if you know what you're gonna speak about, like, to be fair, that's what we try to make it as comfortable as possible in there, innit? So you can literally just feel like you're having a chat. Like the first time we did it, the camera was there. It was me and Louis, and mate, honestly, I was faffing for a solid 45 minutes. So I was literally just. I couldn't do it, you know. It's hard, like especially the camera was close.
If you get someone in that ain't got much convo, bro, it's like you got to try to uphold the convo. Yeah, do you know what I mean?
To be fair, it's normally hard as well because a lot of the time we're meeting people for the first time here, so you're breaking down that barrier as well as trying to like have a good conversation with someone, innit? But like it's good we met before, though, innit? It's good we met before because it just breaks that ice straight away, innit? Which is nice. Bro.
Yeah, Joe on, innit? Smoky, bro.
Yeah, man. Do you know what? I love that, mate. I love that kid, man. That fucking... Bro, I'm actually... We lost the fucking footage, didn't we?
Is it?
Oh, mate. Like, it is what it is, bro. And at the same time, I feel like it happened for a reason because, obviously, I feel like you boys are going to do well, innit? So I feel like the timing, if we time it better, especially for, like, Joe, innit? If we can time it better, because, obviously, mate,
he's good stuff, man.
Bro, we filmed a sick one as well, man. Like, it was actually fucking... We went so deep, innit? Just on, like... Just personally, innit? Like, because it's... Bro, you can go different ways with it, innit? If you want to, like... Obviously, because you're more of an established producer and in the game we'll go more musically, do you know what I mean? But like, bro, you can chat about anything, man. Shit that's on your mind. We got a couple of people coming on, the guys from Step Inside. They do like a mental health charity thing for, you know them?
Angelo and that.
Yeah. We got them. But that would be nice, bro, to sit there and talk about different subjects, innit?
It's a little bit different, innit?
Yeah, because I just don't want to turn into one of them like, you know, one of them TikTok podcasts where you're just like getting clips and it's just like, oh, like, everyone's just fucking serious,
yeah.
Everyone's just like fucking, and not even that as well. It's just like obviously real Essex.
Right, only guy I actually rate that does it now, bruv, is that fucking Nate geezer, bruv.
Who's that?
Origin Nate.
No, I don't know.
No, I swear.
No, I probably do. Oh, is that the black guy? The one that does that all the interviews. Yeah, he does that all the interviews at the festivals and that. Yeah, mate, I think I see him. I see him interview Baker in it, but I didn't.
Yeah, he's done a few of like fucking, what's his name? Stroxler, innit? He's done a few of him.
What, Seth Stroxler, yeah?
Yeah, bro, yeah. He's done quite a few of them, to be fair.
Mate, it's
some funny videos of him.
Bro, but it's quite like, it was quite untapped for a little while. Like obviously you got your videographers and people that are doing it like getting paid to do it. Do you know what I mean? That are getting paid by the event. But bro, you can always just go there and like I see you
do your own thing with it, really, innit?
Bro, I see you doing content now, and it's like you can literally make content out of anything, bro. Like if you're fucking,
that's true, man.
Hit behind the scenes from today, bro. We're gonna get some content later, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like it's just anything you can do that's cool, bro. And you think, oh, it's be fucking decent.
Different, innit? It's still a post, bro, as well. You got to think about, man.
It helps if you have someone that knows how to like edit and. 100%. Actually have a vision in it of what you want to post, really. Yeah. But so I don't know. I think it's just all trial and error, innit? So
yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Was it episode 3? Yeah.
Yeah, episode 3.
Christy, man.
Right. Yeah, I definitely need some sort of notepad, bro. Do you know I was actually going to get some like... No, do you know like that? I think that'd be funny though, innit? Like if you just come with a notepad in it, like just bare prepared, just so like...
A little book, innit?
It just looks bad when you're looking at your phone, innit? It just thinks like, oh, come on, mate, it's a bit... No, because I look like a dick.
Why have you put that laptop there? Well, you know, we've had to see that or not?
Oh, my eyes ain't that good, though. Yeah. No, fuck it. We'll just read off the phone. Right, people, what's going on? This is episode 3 of the Househeads podcast. I am super fucking excited for today's episode. We have got a massive guest on. This guy is a sick producer. He's DJing for some big events now. He made his IBs. Right, let's read it out. Right, let's go, people. It is episode 3 of the Househeads podcast. I've got a massive guest on today. I've got Joshy. This guy, he's a sick producer. He's a fucking SoundCloud merchant. He is, man. He's IB for debut last year. He has done a lot. I think personally he's gonna be one to make it through, and I'm so happy to talk to him today. So,
yes,
Josh,
bro, I appreciate having you, man.
Skin, man.
Always, man.
How are we, brother? First things first.
Mate, same old, to be fair. Just busy, man.
Yeah.
See, January's a bit quiet, innit?
Yeah.
But, mate, apart from that, it's all good, to be fair, mate. Just putting more hours in the studio. Not really DJing that much at the moment. There's not really much on in it.
It's that time of year, innit? So.
But yeah, mate, same old, to be fair, mate. Just grafting, really.
Cool.
You know what I mean?
Right, I'm going to get straight into it, yeah, because I am more prepared for this podcast than I've ever been, and I've got a lot that I feel like we need to cover in it. So, right, let me go with these ones first, yeah, because, right, so, obviously you've had probably your biggest year last year, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, you should. Yeah, but like, for me, I think you had a really good year last year.
Yeah.
So, take me through some bits that you're super proud of, because...
Bro, to be fair, our beef for debut was good. Mate, to just play on the island, innit, is quite good, like, in itself. And obviously for fucking Love Juice and that, it's decent as well. But yeah, mate, I'll probably say that. And there's been a few other dates as well, like a few sort of like bucket list venues, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then you say that, man, you always just look at like you just want to look at progress, innit? Like, what's next, you know what I mean?
Of course, man.
Because you might look at like this year and feel like, you know what, I've done a lot more this year than I did last year. Do you know what I mean? That's obviously the goal with it, really.
Yeah, every year, man. You got to be leveling up 100%, every year.
Man.
Right, let me get into specifics, right? Because there was... Right, so I was going through your SoundCloud yesterday, and I didn't realise the sort of the levels in it. Because obviously I speak to a lot of producers, I speak to a lot of DJs and whatnot, but obviously let's just get the fanboy shout out of the way now. Your music's sick, bro, right? So, right, talk to me about the label release. The one...
What's that, the Bavida one? Or Slave to the Rhythm?
No, I can't remember. Shit, I read it down. The Morning.
Bro, to be fair, yeah, so they actually didn't get signed to a label. So what I'd done is, when you sort of first start off, yeah, you're putting all these like releases on SoundCloud as like free downloads, but you sort of get into a point where you're sending your music out to these labels and no one's really getting back to you.
Yeah.
The response time on a label, mate, can be weeks, sometimes even months.
Yeah.
But it's like, you've got the music sitting there, you want to release it, so how can you actually release it in a way? So I basically just started up like my own sort of thing with it. Just started posting a few tracks on like, obviously all the mainstream sort of sites and that. Still doing a few of the free downloads, but mate, to be fair, that was just literally, like I just uploaded that really on some like distribution website.
But I've heard this out, and I didn't actually know that this was you in it, because I've heard that somewhere.
I think it's had a few plays from a few people.
It definitely has.
But yeah, man, it wasn't really like one of the tracks at the time where I thought like, oh, it's actually a banger. Do you know what I mean?
What's the
sometimes you look back at it and you think,
there's two on there, but the one with that bouncy bass,
yeah, it's groovy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice, man. It's nice because obviously we met a couple of weeks ago. You helped me master my first track and whatnot, and you've been making music for a long time now. Like, can we just speak about that for a second?
I'll probably say about 6 years, but like properly.
Or just involved in music, like obviously.
Mate, involved in music, DJ, and I started when I was about 13, 14, mate.
Mate, that's crazy,
started on some little...
I'm 8 years behind, let's not
Mate, it was on an iPad, innit? It was on an iPad for some... it used to be some app called Edging, EDJING or something, yeah. Mate, honestly, it was... But I downloaded it, yeah, I remember. I used to, mate, like, to always just be on it all the time, but I used to, like... To actually mix properly on it, you had to have like this headphone jack that connects to the iPad, which never worked for me. So I was just sort of like freestyling off the iPad, sort of just
You make it
brick
work.
walls in it, and exactly that. And then to be fair, mate, after that, like my dad's pals all into like all garage heads, mate. I've done a bit of like pirate radio for a bit.
Yeah,
started on that.
I wanted to talk about this because
what was that? It was 7 till 9, wasn't it? Mate, 7 till 9 every Saturday morning. Touch
that's
FM,
sick, man. I think that. Touch FM, yeah?
Yeah. It was obviously a lot of it was internet broadcasted as well.
Yeah, but that is such good experience, man. Like good, people man. Don't understand, bro. If you can get them longer sets under your belt, like you get so much more into a rhythm and you learn sort of what you want to play and where you want to go.
But that was the thing, mate. I started on that, yeah. There was no way I was prepared for that, man. I remember I turned up to the first show, mate, and my USBs weren't even working in the CDJ because like it was these old school, I think they were like CDJ 850s or 900s or something, like proper old school. and the format of the tunes had to be like a different way back then.
Yeah, mate, that's
so
crazy.
now you can sort of put any sort of file on it. It works on the new school decks, but the old school decks, mate. And then I just started on vinyl for a bit, just mastered vinyl, really.
Mate, that's
the art
sick,
of
man.
just mixing with your ear. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, this is the thing. Now it's like, I know for a fact I learned to mix with my eyes, innit? I know I've been doing this probably about a year and a half, and I know that I've learned to do it with my eyes.
To be fair, a lot of people slate it, innit? Yeah, but like, mate, obviously, you know yourself, bro. I teach DJ lessons, producing lessons, stuff like that. Like, if you can look at it and then get your ear sort of around the sound of getting it in beat, you then sort of lose focus on that. Now when I mix, I don't really look at like any waveforms stuff like that. It's more just comfortable with my ear because I've been doing it for so long with it. Do you know what I mean?
That's such a sick way to do it.
Yeah, man. Mate, vinyl's sort of coming back in now, I think, as well. Like,
definitely.
There's a few venues that have still got it, but it died out quite a long time ago, to be fair. But it is slowly creeping itself back in.
I think it is now because like obviously the culture's going more towards like even with everything, like we was talking about this with even like some of the videography and that's going on now. Don't know if you've watched any of the house calls videos, like the live sets. They're using like these different type of filters. I don't know if it's actually on the camera, if it's with the editing, but they're using these like sick filters and they look proper old school and retro and it's kind of going back the same with everything. Obviously,
yeah, of course.
That Bake Sessions come out recently. Did you see that?
I see
with
that,
Madigan?
I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, I see, and they're using like some proper. I don't know what I think James said it was VHS or something like that. Like some old school sort of tape.
Retro filter.
Yeah, it's really fucking good. It's really good. I need to stop swearing. It's really good. Right, let me get on to some more stuff, man. So right, even these free downloads, like how. Right. Also, let me just say, you're 22, yeah.
23 now.
You're 23, right? So
23.
This is what I'm saying.
He's 23, man.
He's 23. He's been in the game for fucking 8 years, yeah. So this is a.
No, longer than that, mate. What's it? 13, so it's about 10 years, bro.
I can't count, but he's been in the game 10 years. This is sick, man.
You know what it is, though, yeah? Like, you've been in the game for a long time, but I would probably say serious, like, the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Like, actually trying to.
Yeah. But all that time, you're building up knowledge.
Yeah, you're obviously building up
knowledge, man.
But, mate, everything I've done was self-taught. Like, I never had help from anyone, so it was the years I put into it. Like, that's why I'll probably say that's why I'm like where I am now, innit? Because it's just like, you know, failing and then.
Mate, you have to grind.
You know what I mean? You do.
Obviously with I feel like obviously with DJing, once you learn, you get sets, you get better. But with the producing, like it's a whole nother ball game.
You get to a point with the DJ though. Like I grew up on like DJ EZ, innit? So I was just always constantly watching like different things that he'd done, like using the cue button.
Yeah, chopping.
Do you know what I mean? Stuff
Tricks,
like that. But it's in how you sort of take that and put it into like house music. Like James Hype, mate, he's a bit too commercial now. But he's he knows how to work a pair of decks, you know what I mean? He's different to a lot of people.
He's in full control, innit? Yeah, he's in full control.
So, mate, it's just finding a balance with it, really. But I enjoy producing now more than DJing. Obviously, like, playing out, I enjoy, obviously, over producing now. But it's, like, being able to make your songs now to then go and play somewhere and be like, you know, this is my song. And
yeah, that's cool. I like that. I think the idea...
But that's the next level of it. You just got to build that, man. Once you get that, mate, you can...
Mate, you can literally take it
to any level,
from bedroom to fucking club, and that is.
Yeah, it's just finding your sound, really. Like, mate, sometimes I like to make like proper, like wobbly tunes in it, like underground. But then sometimes a bit more like music-y, bouncy.
Yeah,
stuff
so
like
I think yours is It's funny because you and Smokey, like, obviously, where you do lessons with Smokey, and like some of your earlier tunes, they sound similar. Where it's like I can hear you in.
It's sort of it's adjusting your style of what you like, and obviously, like I say, I come from garage, mate. So a lot of my stuff now is quite garage sample based, really.
I like the percussive tracks that you're doing in it at the moment. I think personally they're some of the most like they're cool, man. They're cool, and like I realise you don't.
Mate, they're a lot easier to make as well, mate. Like if you look at like tracks like East End Dub, stuff like that, they're a lot more like sort of synth based, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you've got to get your head around the plugins, really.
Yeah.
Whereas with like the music on ones, you might just be using like one or two different
little percussion.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So it's a bit easier to get around with. Like you can sort of do the drums pretty much the same with every track, like different percussive elements and stuff like that. And then mate, just a groovy bass sound, really. Mate, like that, do you know what I mean? That's all it is.
It's mad because obviously the more you sort of learn about music, you realise that it's literally just kick and bass, and it's just like 100%. If you get them two going well, then the rest of the track will just sort of
fall into place.
Everything just sits on top of it, doesn't it?
Nice catchy vocal.
Yeah. Man, to be fair, I done some digging yesterday, and
mate, to be fair, like even my SoundCloud, mate, I'd like to release a lot more But the thing with it, where it's so hard nowadays, is because you've got your music there, right? You see, you're getting downloads, mate. I've had quite a few downloads from some really big people, and it's like, are they actually playing it? Are they not playing it?
Yeah.
It's finding the content of them actually playing it if they are playing it. Do you know what I mean?
You got to get yourself there, mate. If you see it, if you see them,
it's like you've got this music you're sitting on. I've probably got hundreds of tracks, mate. I'm sitting on. I don't release, but it's like I want something to happen with that track. But it's when you sort of find a balance where it's like, let me just release it as a free download, or if you can't get it signed to a label, then that's the only really option you've got with it, really.
See, this is the thing though, because obviously, like you said, you've done quite a lot of these free downloads now, and some of them are doing really good numbers. Yeah, so like you know that they're doing damage, but
mate, my best one now is my worst track. I hate it, man.
What, Cherry
Wine? Mate, I absolutely hate it. It was just one of them ones you made in a room. It was very simple, innit? Just a groovy bass line. Nice simple drums, but even now, mate, I look at it and I think I don't even want it on there. Do you know what I mean?
Everyone loves a bait vocal.
Yeah, I know.
This is the thing as well, because I was watching something the other day and it was saying, look, stop playing to other DJs. If you're a DJ, stop playing for other DJs and start playing for the crowd. And
yeah, of course.
A lot of the time, especially if you go, like, we're doing a private party tonight for someone, it's like, yeah, I can go there and just smash out a load of dirty, but people don't really want that, you know. Especially
100%.
If they're not like seasoned fucking house.
Mate, that's why, to be fair, I'm quite happy about how I started. Like, mate, I've never really said no to anything, really, mate. I've been there, done everything, mate. I'm talking like Afro parties, like anything really, R&B.
Yeah, I do like anything really. I do like some of the Afro house. It's nice. I think, I don't know.
Mate, I've done bashment, all sorts, mate. You wouldn't think it, but it's just years of building it up. Do you know what I mean? Birthday parties, stuff like that. So
yeah, that's where you learn.
It's good to get a sort of feel with everything, really, because you sort of build your confidence from around just playing stuff you don't really know.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit of an awkward situation sometimes. You're thinking, how can I actually read this crowd, innit?
No, mate, you gotta. This the thing, you gotta, mate. Right, what else should we move on? Let's move on swiftly, because I have got loads. Right, so this is the next thing I was going to ask you, right? Because obviously I feel like you're at a level now where you're a brilliant producer. You're making the great tunes. Like, what's the next step for you? Because how are you going to take that to the next level?
Mate, to be fair, this year I think just trying to release more music on like even half decent labels.
Yeah.
Just to get your streams up, stuff like that. And more plays, man, from bigger DJs.
Yeah.
Bro. It's a very hard game now.
It's a slow process,
I know we had a chat about it before. Like,
yeah.
Obviously, there's a lot of ghost producing going about nowadays, where a lot of people are paying, you know, tracks. You know who you are, but like obviously, a lot of people are paying for tracks nowadays,
which is mad, which is crazy. Let me just stop that by saying that is fucking crazy, right? I know of a few people in it. I'm not going to name names in it, but I know there's a few man doing that, and I don't know, man. There's something morally wrong. There's something morally wrong about that. Like, aside 100%. From all the, you're just paying your weight. Like,
there's
something
morally
wrong with that,
it's like, you know, you're going to clubs, you're playing this music, and everyone's going mad about your music. You're getting a play from the bigger DJs, but really you haven't actually made it.
It's mad.
It's like you're paying someone to make it, but the person you're paying is at a level already where they're just doing it for the money, really, because they find it a piece of piss.
But it's mad how many like talented producers there are that haven't.
But this is what I'm saying, mate. It's why the game's so saturated. It's so hard to get your sort of foot in the door anywhere now, because it's like people will just pay someone £1,000 for a track, mate,
it's mad.
And it's going to be an absolute banger. Like, you know, you can obviously compete against them, stuff like that. But same time, I don't really like. I'm not that person in the industry, mate, to have like problems with people over stuff like this, innit? Yeah, you just sort of get on with it, but. It does annoy you when you're the one putting the graft in the studio, spending all the hours in the studio, making all these beats, like trying to perfect it to the max.
Listen, the real.
And then you've got someone that just pays.
Brother,
people,
the real will always come through. Longevity, innit? Longevity-wise, like there's, I don't know, innit? There's just something a bit slimy about it, in my opinion. But listen, if that's your bag,
everyone has their own ways, isn't it? Myself, I couldn't personally pay someone and stand there and bounce off to a track with a crowd that I know I've not actually made. Do you know what I mean? It's just like your inner self, really.
Yeah, sorry,
if you can get away with that,
got me thinking,
mate, I know some people are in the scene for like the money situation, stuff like that, mate. That's not what I'm in it for. I just actually love like DJing, love making music, mate. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, it's a weird one, because obviously now, like, I think obviously I've always loved music, but when I first started at the era when everyone started, if that makes sense.
No,
Like, I started when it was like, because I was sitting there thinking about it for a couple, I was like, oh, I really want to do it, and I was just like, and then, but I know I must have been seeing a lot on Instagram. You know, it was like, you know, when the whole like, the viral DJ, or like like the celebrity DJ, like it was kind of around that sort of time. So like I've realised how saturated it is now. You are right in that sense, but. Mate, if you keep if you work hard on everyone and you keep pumping tunes out, mate,
the music talks at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? If you're making enough music and you're getting better and better every time, you're gonna eventually get something that sort of sticks. You know what I mean?
No, I think. Listen, mate. I'll be honest. I think the future's bright for you, innit?
I appreciate it, man.
Nah, man. I do. I listen to. Obviously, I listen to a lot of music as well.
It takes time, man. It takes time.
Listen, bro. I listen to music every day, innit? Yeah. And I was flicking through your SoundCloud and I was going, yep. Yeah, like, no, but you know, like normally, obviously,
I see
like,
a few of the comments come up on the.
No, like
the comments
normally you're flicking through and you're like even with some of my favourite artists, like I'm flicking through and I'm like, oh, I don't really like that one. It doesn't really do anything for me. Like, but yeah,
mate,
man,
it's just getting someone engaged early doors really in a track. Do you know what I mean? It's like you say, mate. I go on SoundCloud all the time. I might even get to the first 5 seconds of the track, mate. Don't like the drums.
Yeah, straight away. Yeah. No, I know.
Sometimes it sounds messy. You know,
someone said that to me that like. And it's kind of true. You can tell within the first 30 seconds whether you're going to like the track just from the first few elements, you know.
Yeah. Man, I mean, like I say, with producing as well, you've got so many different like instrument sounds, like 909s, 808s, all stuff like that. But there's certain things that will, like, I don't know, your ear will pick up.
Ear candy,
I like that. Do you know what I mean?
So
every time you're looking for tracks now, you're sort of finding the same sort of music because they're using pretty much the same sort of drums. You know what I mean? But yeah, mate, everyone's got a different sort of ear to it. Do you know what I mean? Some people like different stuff. But
do you know what? I think I'm only just now starting to learn how to dig for music properly, innit?
Yeah.
And actually sort of find stuff I like. Obviously, I had a chat with George before about, because I just used to rip on my music, innit? When I first started, I was everyone does. I don't care what anyone says.
MP3.
No, everyone fucking does it. Everyone's done it. Yeah, when you first you do it. Yeah, it is what it is. But obviously, I've started buying I buy all my tracks now and
mate, you're better off, mate. I've been there, done it all, mate. In the past, I've been at bookings before, and the whole track jumped because they purposely upload it on YouTube and take a beat away from it.
Yeah, of course.
Do you know what I mean? Just so you got to buy the track then.
No, I know.
But yeah, mate, you have problems with that in the long run, really.
No, I know. Yeah, to be obviously if you're playing on these big systems, you need to have the proper waveform,
quality and stuff like that.
No, that's good.
You will hear the difference in certain clubs, obviously different speakers, stuff like that. But if you're playing pretty much like smaller parties, it doesn't really matter.
You can get away with it. Like, you can get, if it's not fucking a massive sub behind it, then you probably get away.
Mate, even now you see a lot of the DJs now, mate. They're ripping a load of unreleased, mate, on like SoundCloud and just playing it.
Yeah, mate. Listen, you can get away with it.
You can, but it's not the right.
Listen, you got to remember, you've got an EQ on the fucking mixer. Yeah, so you can you can always turn it up.
Up the levels.
All them highs are a little bit too, just not that.
Especially with the V10 now. Obviously, you got like compression and stuff like that on it. So
what's that? The new mixer?
Yeah, with a V10, isn't it? Yeah.
Mad, I didn't know that. Yeah, because obviously
Like you can literally ramp up a tune on that mixer.
Really?
Like if you're not happy with how you've mastered it yourself, you can do quite a bit of tweak on it on the mixer.
Yeah, that's good, man.
It's not too bad.
Do you watch a lot of lives like on YouTube?
Mate, to be fair, mate, it's hit and miss. Like you'll go somewhere and watch someone, and they could have an absolute shit set, but then you watch something on YouTube with them, and it's like
true.
Do you know what I mean? It's very different, mate.
It's a feeling, isn't it? It's a feeling, man. You either got some days you've got it, some days you ain't.
Yeah, like obviously, I think it's very political. Yeah, I generally feel like there's a lot of bigger people out there that don't necessarily get told what to play, but they sort of have to work it around certain things, man.
No, I know. Yeah, that's.
You know what I mean? Like, I was chatting about last night, like music on, innit? Like the Sunday's better than the Saturday.
Yeah.
With Corolla.
Yeah.
Like Corolla's set don't ever get posted on the Sunday, and that's like his best set.
Yeah.
But the music on the Saturday always gets posted. Do you know what I mean? Like,
so they want you to come and see him on the Sunday.
It's weird, isn't it? It's quite weird, but yeah, man. I don't know. The game's a tricky one, man. There's so much to it. Like a lot of people just think it's music, making music.
No, it's not, man. You got to be a personality now. This is the thing. Like you got to try and stick out and try and do something a little bit different. Like even this is like kind of why we were just like, right, we want to meet some new producers, we want to meet cool people, and
100%.
Yeah, it's just a fun way to do it, really. Yeah. But I get so nervous before these as well. I'm alright now, innit? But I get so fucking nervous. I get so nervous before these, man. I warm up pretty well, but Oh man, I used to get so nervous doing these. Even now, just sitting there talking about it, man, I feel myself getting red.
Nah, you're good, man.
Right, let's move on anyway. Right, so I've got some quick fire questions, yeah, which I'm going to hit you with at the end. I was going to get some cards in it, so I could like, you ever seen Bruce Buffy, you know, when he flicks the cards back in it and start flicking some cards back. Right, so it's a fucking big one. Right, so what does music mean to you? Like, what?
Ooh. Mate, to be fair, a lot of people would say the same, innit? Like, mate, if you're feeling music, like, if you can genuinely feel music, mate, then, do you know what I mean? Like, I couldn't think of waking up and not listening to music.
True, man.
You know
I don't know where I'd be without my headphones.
Exactly.
Yeah, true, man.
But, mate, I like all sorts of music, to be fair. Like, I ain't just like a massive househead, mate. I like a lot of the old school stuff like that. But, yeah, man, it's like, mate, it's whatever you feel, do you know what I mean? Some people don't really like certain things. I mean, some people like the commercial stuff more. So that's what everyone's sort of.
To be fair though, like I will say about the commercial stuff, it's commercial for a reason. They're normally good tracks. Like it's this whole thing with like the Max Dane thing now. Like you always get someone coming up going, "Oh, can you put Max Dane on the site?"
A lot of people like look at like these people and they think, "Oh, like he just got into the game." Like Josh Baker, for example. Everyone just thinks like he just all of a sudden like got into the game, mate. Like if you actually look at their background story,
for 10, 12 years. Yeah,
I remember Max Dane, mate. Like I used to play first started out in a bar called Lunar. And one of my good pals, Slickers, Ron, he used to have an event called Nova, and he used to book Max. He had Max, I think he had Luke a few times, Francis, Lockie, had all them in there.
Yeah, that's
mate, it was just like a normal party in a pub, like.
Mate, it's mad how local everyone is as well. Like, I remember when we went to Appetite, it was the first time I'd ever seen my favourite DJs in real life, face to face, and I was like, it was mad because it just humanises them, you know. And you're like, well, these are just normal guys, you know. They're just over that side instead of over this.
That's what I mean, mate. Honestly, I used to go to the Novas. I used to work there all the time. I used to do like the pop wearing, innit? Fucking doing all the cups and that.
Yeah,
mate. That's what I used to do, innit? And then,
big up,
mate. You should see them like banging the music out, mate. When there was like literally no one, then you start seeing them get a bit of support on their tracks and that. All of a sudden, mate, they're playing main stage at Creeple. You know what I mean? Selling out Coco. It's crazy, man. But they're just literally normal Essex players.
No, I know.
But like I say, man, they've just found their way with the music and. Been grafting it for
if you keep like, you got to have that perfect balance of everything, yeah. So like, this is what I think with you as well. It's like. You make good music, innit? Now you just need to get it out there, innit? And like in front of people, innit? Because that's because some people the other way, they're like, right, he's good on Insta and he's good on this, but his music's not quite up to scratch yet. Do you know what I mean? And it's finding that balance between the both.
That's what I mean, mate. You can always judge your own music though, really. Like I look at some of my old stuff now and I think, mate, why did I release this for?
No, but it's
like even just down sometimes the mixing down, the mastering. Do you know what I mean? I get what you're saying.
You can't sit, bro. You're allowed to.
Yeah, I know. But when you compare it to the new music that you're making, you can sort of like see a massive difference.
That's progression, man. And like, this is the thing. It's even with that the track I released. I wasn't like, right, this is the best track ever. But I was like, right, this is my first track. Let's get it released. Let's not. Because even if it's a shit track, and you've released, or it's not up to your normal standard, you don't want to be the guy that makes music and never releases. Yeah, like, that's not good.
Mate, it's all a learning curve, isn't it?
And if you release one and you release the next one, right, and this one's get a bit better, and this is like if the one that's archived on my SoundCloud, if you listen to that compared to that track, it's like right, that's the progression from there to there, you know. And that's the same with your SoundCloud. Like 100%. Even the Cherry Wine one, that's good for what it was then. Back then, that was a banger, innit? Yeah, in your head, that was the one, innit? And
that's what I mean. That's how you got to think. Sort of like.
That's how you got to think about every loop, bro. You got to think, right, this is the one, innit? Like this is gonna be the one. And then I listen like 400 times. You just get different moods of it,
really, innit? Like, mate, and obviously, like you say, like time always changes with music. Do you know what I mean? There's always new stuff coming in, new sounds. New styles that everyone's making.
Them ones are timeless, bro. Like you just can't beat kick bass, and a bait vocal. Like it's
Paul's a style, isn't it? Really.
But right, should we move on? I've got a few more questions for you. Right. Right, what's your favourite moment you've had so far?
Oh, I don't know, you know. I'd probably say Moxie, mate, when I played Moxie for Darius Russian.
Shut up.
Yeah, mate, that was a good one.
I done missed that.
Mate, do you know what? I done it was a warm-up set, and mate, it wasn't like ridiculously busy, but it's just playing like in a established brand, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
which
really
was good. But then, mate, I was meant to go back to back with Darius for like 2 hours, mate.
What happened?
Basically, what happened was, so Jackmaster, he actually didn't turn up. He was running late, but he weren't answering his phone. So Darius was trying to like call the manager, like his management, from like America. but the time zone's obviously different.
Yeah.
Couldn't get hold of him, mate. I'm literally there with my USB, mate, like plugged in, about to like start playing, mate. He just turned up with his suitcase. I was like, no way. So I couldn't play it, man. I ended up playing a closing set as well, to be fair. But mate, it was like pissing down. It was at London East. They had the roof off, so a lot of people just left because they were just like, wet, drenched, mate. But it was a good day, to be fair, mate. It's like I say, mate. You know, even if it's not the busiest, it's sometimes the people that you're around in there, like there might be a bit more of like a bigger name. So being able to play your own music and mate, play to
you gotta do these sets. People just want to go straight to the top, mate. Like, you know, you need to play these, like, obviously you're getting to them, but you need to be playing these warm-up sets. You need to play the shit sets as well. The times where you go somewhere and go, this is shit. But you need to play that to understand what a good 100%. Set, like, to understand when you walk in somewhere, you go, fuck me, it's packed in here. Let's
it sort of humbles you as well a little bit. Like,
But
you can play. I'll play some really good sets, man. Like busy, like energy, like 100%.
That's good.
But then you go somewhere else.
I'm still waiting for that. Like I'm still waiting for that time where I go, we've made it. You know, like when you look at it, like,
but then you look at that and you'll move forward to like future bookings and be like, oh, that it was a good booking, but even these ones are like always getting better. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun thing to like to go into. You know?
Yeah, no, 100%, man.
I was talking about this the other day. Obviously, Freya, my missus, she's like a photographer, videographer, and it's like she does like a lot of baby shoots for like newborns.
Yeah.
And mate, I was like, that is so fucking fun. Like, how have you got that for a job? Like that it just.
Nice, easy job, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it's not. But it's like it's just fun.
Mate,
you know?
do something that you enjoy, innit? Like it's not really a job then, innit?
Comes home like she's editing all the little baby photos. I'm like, mate, how do you get paid for this? This is unbelievable. Like it's so cool. I love it. Right. I'm going into the quickfire section, right? We are gonna go. It's literally like 4 questions. I feel like I had more than this.
Put it on the spot, man.
I feel like we had more than this. Right? Who's your favourite DJ?
Mate, I'm gonna have to say Frankie Rosado, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, man.
All right.
Do you know what? Like, old school garage, EZ, mate. All over, but producing artist wise, definitely Frankie Rosado.
So you're going favourite DJ, easy, and then artist. Frankie Rosado.
Yeah, 100%.
Digital vinyl.
Now digital, but oh no, mate. Vinyl just got something to it, man. Yeah. And when you start, mate, if you start playing vinyl, you understand what I mean with the vinyl. It's such a real sound.
Yeah.
Like even playing it in a club sometimes, it just feels different. Like a little crackle or the pops and stuff like that.
A couple of the lads said that there was like, and they're proper into like the sound, and they were like, honestly, the sound.
Mate, if I can go to a venue and they've got vinyl there, like I will play vinyl. I'll bring vinyl 100%.
What's your collection sound?
Mate, I've got a decent collection.
Really?
A lot of it's old school garage. Like that's why.
But that's good. This is the shit that like people are not gonna have.
Mate, I've been collecting vinyl since I was probably about 14, mate, 15.
How? Like, how has he managed to do that? Right, fair play, mate.
But a lot of it is now, mate. You got some limited records now that are worth fortunes, mate.
No, I know.
You know what I mean?
This is what I'm saying. Like, my pal's dad, he's got so many records upstairs, and I'm like, do I just go and buy a turntable and just go dig? Because like, I know it. Mate,
but that's where you find the best music, man.
I know old stuff.
You find that even I like a lot of the stuff on that Moxie release now on there, but it's only vinyl only release, so you can literally only get in like Phonica places like that. But
that's good,
mate. You ain't getting it anywhere else.
No, I know. It's just hard. It's hard to start a vinyl collection, and I know it. I'm like, right, I'm 22 now. If I start a vinyl collection, time I'm 30, I'll probably have a decent collection, and I hopefully will know how to mix vinyl. Yeah. So, but I don't know. I just.
But the new school stuff now though is so pricey. Like you're paying like 40, 50 quid a vinyl, mate.
Shut up.
Yeah, mate. A lot of the old school garage stuff I get from like DNR vinyl stuff like that. You're getting like white labels, mate, for like 2 quid.
Yeah,
but they're like underground tunes that no one knows,
no, that's
and
good.
You're just finding some serious samples like off of them. But yeah, man, I'll probably say digital now. It's sort of in there more. Do you know what I mean? But vinyl as well is definitely up there.
Cool. Right. Is there anything else we want to speak on? Right. So obviously we touched on it briefly about the production lessons, and is there anything you want to say to anyone about that? Because obviously do you offer master? You do offer mix and master?
I do mix and mastering, mate, anything to be fair.
Good.
I wouldn't say I'm not a professional, but
no, but you're.
I can get your track sounding nice for a club. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
and
good.
Have a good little play on it. Do you know what I mean? Get support on it as well.
Yeah, because I actually sent the track that we mastered together. I sent that to a few people, and they were like up specific because obviously I was trying to get feedback off of like what was it? You know, Dojo. Have you seen that Dojo and Syntho? So I was trying to get feedback off them, and I specifically put like, what do you think of the master? And everyone was like, yeah, the master's spot on.
Mate, the thing is, mate, mate, I've got tracks that I'll do like 15, 20 masters, different masters, because it's like, I want it to be more
I can understand that. I can
you know what I mean? But then it's like, do you spend time on the mastering completely and sort of then lose focus on making new tracks, or do you try and just be happy with something and then try and sort of move on? Do you know what I mean?
See, what do you think about sending your track off to get mixed and mastered then?
Mate, mixed down, I would never send off to get mixed down. I feel like I've got a good understanding of mixing it down quite well. The mastering, people have got
different methods. They've
got a lot more expensive equipment that you can get a lot more out of, rather than just, for example, using like basic Ableton plugins or you know the plugins that everyone's really using. But mate, like I send a lot of my stuff to Iglesias, the master, Woodland Studios, mate, and his stuff is just so clean. Like, you know what you're gonna get back from it. And even if you do a half, not that I'm not saying it's got to be a shit mix down, but if you're doing a half decent mix down, he will be able to tweak a few things within it.
Without changing too much of what you want.
Mate, I think this, like I'd definitely say focus more on the mix down, because there's so many people that do masters nowadays, mate. I've had a few from like Late Replies, stuff like that, but it's just finding what you really like. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some will do it a bit more punchy, like cleaner. And some will do it a bit more like subtle, and depends what you sort of like, mate. Really, but you can spend hundreds, mate.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I know, and it's like
I paid like £30 a track to Iglesias, mate.
That's not bad. So, realistically, when you look in the grand scale, if you know about this is gonna get released on a decent label. Like, I want to get this professional.
Yeah, like, mate. But to saying that, I've got a few releases this year on a few labels, man, and they never ever let you master your own tunes, mate.
Really?
Never let you pay for the master. It's all through them.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the labels now, mate, want everything not necessarily sounding the same, but
they've got a sound.
They've got someone,
of course,
you know, that obviously does everyone's track.
Mate,
so.
it's mad. It's just even from like two beginner producers like me and my pal Josh will always sort of get a couple of laptops and we'll just bounce on my dip, but we'll make like a couple loops, and his. Just from like two preferences, like the samples, it just sounds completely different. Yeah. Even like the overall like space and the vibe of the track, it's just like it sounds different.
Yeah,
it's like,
mate, I think samples are definitely like if you ain't putting the right samples together, you might sit there and think, why is this not sounding good? But it could just literally be because like your kick's not hitting with the drums that you've got. Do you know what I mean? So
see that,
you've got to sort of try and balance it a little bit, but also try and keep the groove of the track as well.
Yeah. I feel like because I'm not from like a music-based background, like trying to get like even just basic stuff like your drum loops and stuff all hit like not in key, but in like the same tone as everything.
You know, like swing and stuff. Yeah,
not even swing. Like I can take the swing or like I can sort of, but. Just trying to get everything in the same key and scale, even like with your drums, innit? Because I was watching, do you know James View?
Yeah.
Like I watch all these stuff on Syntho. He does. He's so good, man. Honestly, he does some proper good walkthroughs.
But everyone's got a different way of doing it, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, I used to be signed up to quite a few of them things. Like Damaso had a good one as well. Everyone does it different, man. Do you know what I mean? You might watch someone on Syntho and then watch someone else on Syntho, and they're doing two completely different ways.
There's a lot. There's so much on there. Even on that Dojo, like there's so much out there now. Like if you really want to learn, there's no excuse. Like even my pal Scott, who I met through George, mate, he's had that Say My Name edit and a couple of other ones. He's had them played by Max D, and he's getting movement, and he's straight, just exactly the same as you, just off his own back. You know, he's learnt on Syntho, and now he's getting these tracks, he's sending them out, and he's getting them played, which is nice, 100%. You know. Yeah. Right, Josh, anything else you want to speak about? Right, anything like fun news or
to be fair, mate, I've got a few releases coming up. I've got one in March, I think it's the 28th, with SK Recordings or SK Lab. That should be decent, to be fair.
Events,
I've got a few, but I actually can't announce any of them yet. Okay. They've not been released yet, but I've got a few coming up. But yeah, man, I feel like it's just one of them ones you roll with it and new things sort of open up. Do you know what I mean? I think I'll be in Ibiza again this year at some point.
Sick. Sorry, bro. Talk about that. Just like literally last week. We'll wrap this up soon, yeah. But give me just like, what was that like?
Mate, it was good to be fair. Like, obviously, I like a lot of the underground stuff.
Right, so just quickly, how does that process work in it? Because a lot of people are not going to, like, you're obviously flying overseas, there.
To be fair, it works nice for me because I was actually already there on, like, a holiday, innit? So I was just out there partying. And then it come through and it was like, I was going home the morning of the booking. So I had to just basically book, like, an extra few nights, innit? Yeah, it worked out all right.
That sounds sick, man.
But mate, it's a good opportunity. Like, I wouldn't necessarily be looking for like money and trying to earn money out of it for like your first sort of booking in our Ibiza.
Yeah.
Mate, it's good content for your page. You know what I mean? You're opening up to a new crowd, stuff like that.
Played my Ibiza, mate. You know what I mean?
Exactly that,
there
mate.
you go.
You never know what sort of doors could open really with just being around new people.
100%.
And
mate, you got to, like, even obviously we do them rate the rave videos and stuff like that, and the amount of people we meet there, it's like. It's good, man. You meet so many 100%. Different people. It's like it's all like-minded people, you know. That's what you got to do. You got to surround yourself.
Mate, the thing is, well, the scene now is quite supportive, innit? Like everyone sort of tries and supports each other, innit? So it's sort of just trying to fit in with everyone. Do you know what I mean?
No worries, Josh.
Be a likable person.
Give me some fucking skin, bro. This is a good one,
Cheers,
man.
bro.
Honestly, thank you for coming on.
All good, man. Thanks for having me, man.
Fucking hope to see you soon. I will be playing your tunes tonight later at this party. So, what else was I gonna say? Right, last question. When are we getting a feature?
Mate, whenever.
Yeah, let's do it.
You told me, let's do it, man.
Right, peoples, love it, man. Cheers.